Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Lachlan McIver. I'm the author of the book Life and Death Decisions, which the team of legends at Ultimo are publishing in September. And I'm going to read you a little extract now to whet your collective appetites. 2010, Thursday Island, Torres Strait. Nellie turned to me with a phone in her hand and a worried expression. Lockie, Trish says the operating theatre is out of action because of the cyclone damage. Shit a brick. Let me talk to her. Trish, the boss of the operating theatre, could be a handful. She was a very experienced and respected nurse, but could be painfully prickly at times. Nevertheless, despite her reputation as a chain-smoking doctor killer, I had the sense she had a bit of a soft spot for me, although I hadn't the faintest idea why. Maybe she had a thing for gingery beards. Trish, it's Lockie. Sorry to call you so late on a Friday night. Lockie, my boy, she rasped. What's this I hear about you trying to arrange an appendicectomy when we don't have an operating theatre to operate in? I don't think we have a choice, to be honest, Trish. Looks like this little guy's ruptured his appendix, so we need to get in there ASAP. Well, if our theatre's out of action, shouldn't we be shipping him down to Cairns? She was right. That option would normally be on the table if we could keep our patient stable for at least the next few hours until the flying doctors arrived. But Trish, I just heard the maintenance guys were crawling all over the helipad this afternoon, and they sent a message around to say it was unsafe to land on until the cyclone damage is repaired. I can't see any option but to try and sort him out here. I think we're pretty much stuck. Stuck, she muttered, or at least I think that's what she said. Okay, I'm coming in. Johan, the surgeon, clomped into the emergency department and loomed over the patient's bed, his kind, twinkling grey eyes and soft touch belying his intimidating frame and huge, knobbly hands. Yes, Lockie, I agree. It's probably a ruptured appendix. We're going to have to open him up. The eyes on the little boy's tear-stained face widened further and he started crying again, this time more from fear than from pain. It's okay, small bella, like little guy. I reassured him, squeezing his cold, chubby, sweaty little hand. You won't feel a thing, I promise. You'll just have a nice sleep, and when you wake up, you'll be all better. As Nellie cracked open the morphine and started the IV fluid infusion, Johan and I conferred. What do you reckon, mate? Is there any way we can use the operating theatre? No, barked Trish as she heaved around the corner, wheezing. I just checked and there's no power or lights in there at all. Must have damaged the wiring or something. Can we do a quick fix job or get a generator hooked up in there? I wondered out loud, the frustration adding to my concern. No, it's Friday night, Lockie. No repairs or maintenance available until Monday. Johan leaned back against the resuscitation trolley and pushed his scrubs cap back to scratch his silvery head pensively. You know, guys, back in South Africa, we basically used to do these appendicectomies on a kitchen table. We just need light, an air supply, suction, and oxygen for Lockie's anaesthetic machine, just like we have over on the labour ward. The three of us stopped and slowly looked at each other in turn. Could we? Should we? We wouldn't be able to come close to ideal sterile conditions, I pointed out, doubtfully. That's true, Johan mused, but you could say this is a life or death situation. If we don't operate soon and take out that bit of busted bowel. In the end, befittingly, it was Trish who made the call. This is the real deal, gentlemen, she said briskly, bustling us off towards the change rooms. We'll get everything ready and you two meet us in maternity. Don't dilly-dally. I gazed around our makeshift operating theatre with a mix of anxiety and awe. The surgical equipment was crammed in all around us, sterile drapes covering every possible surface. It was far from perfect, but it would have to be good enough. The machine behind me beeped and I updated the marks in the chart to record the anaesthetic I'd given so far. Our little patient had gone off to sleep easily enough, particularly with the previous doses of morphine on board, but the fluids and drugs he was needing now suggested he was heading into septic shock. I peeped over the operating drape at Johan. He was frowning, his furrowed brow glistening with sweat under the dim yellow glow of the light that was usually the first thing our Torres Strait Islander babies saw as they slithered into their noisy new world. How are things down your end, mate? I asked quietly. I'm having a tough time, to be honest. This appendix must have been ruptured for a while. There's a lot of gangrenous tissue here and his belly is full of pus. I can hardly see what I'm doing with this shit light in here, came the terse reply. I had not seen Johan struggle like this before. He was a careful, experienced surgeon, so if he was finding it difficult, we should all be very worried. "Do you want to use my head torch?" I asked. Johan paused and blinked up at me. "Yeah, sure, that would be great. Do you have it here?" "Yep, right here." I fossicked in my bag and squeezed around the side of the bed to strap the torch onto Johan's sweaty head. "Which would you prefer, the red light or the strobe?" "What?" Johan half turned and bumped into the equipment tray, nearly knocking all of our, hopefully, sterile surgical instruments onto the floor. I chuckled and patted him on the back. "Just kidding. Thought I should lighten the mood a little. You know, lighten. Sorry, I'll stop now. Here you go." I clicked the torch onto the brightest setting. "How's that?" Johan peered into the open abdominal cavity, then looked up at me. I thought I caught him smiling before I was blinded by the light. "That's much better. Thanks, you wanker. We should be okay now."